nation's commercial capital. This is the news at 10, live from Channels Television. Reporting tonight, Amarachi Ubani.
Good evening and welcome tonight. The UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon and other delegates at the World Economic Forum canvass the channeling of climate change to aid global growth and development. Over 5,000 All Progressives Congress members in Kaduna defected the People's Democratic Party. 3 people drowned, 7 rescued as boat capsizes in Lagos. And the Syrian government and opposition leaders are to meet face-to-face tomorrow in Geneva.
On business news tonight, interbank lending rate eases to an average of 10.3%.
And on sports news tonight, Rafael Nadal confirms superiority over rival Roger Federer as he storms the final of the 2014 Australian Open.
I'm Gloria Omezeke, and from Abuja, House of Representatives member Okoyemi Bamidele moves to Labour Party, explains he has since left the APC. And Lagos Assembly summons Lagos State University Governing Council and Students' Union leadership with a violent protest in the college.
Beginning tonight in Davos, where it's just about 24 hours to the end of the World Economic Forum, and the tempo of discussions is still very high. At today's session, how to channel climate change as a catalyst for growth in Africa took center stage. The UN Secretary General, Mr. Ban Ki-moon, alongside our own Minister of Finance, Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, and the President of the World Bank, Jim Yong Kim, all agreed that Africa needs more attention than is presently being accorded. Our correspondent in Davos, Harriet Agbeni, reports.
With the threat of climate change, government and key players are brainstorming on the best way to reduce investment loss. So how can we change the climate for growth and development? Well, according to the Coordinating Minister of the Economy and Minister of Finance, Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, it should be solution and action-based.
If we do not get a grip now on solutions to deal with climate change and start greening the way we look at everything we do, I think this will cause a problem. The financing and the enabling is key. If we can't come to grips with that, both for the environmental side, the development side, or the SDGs seen together, we will find. I think we need to think very creatively.
So how much effect will climate change have on the global economic growth and Millennium Development Goals?
Tackling climate change will put all of us onto a sustainable development growth. And addressing all of our life and our business activities on sustainable way will help us in tackling climate change. Therefore, these two issues are mutually reinforcing, mutually supporting.
There are so many things that we know we can do right now, and I would say we need to set some targets for September, even for Secretary General's Summit. Why wouldn't we be able to increase, for example, green bonds from the $10 billion current level to $20 billion? That's a perfectly reasonable goal to set. That's something that's very positive and very good.
To tackle poverty, African finance ministers are taking a different path.
Yeah. That's the path of looking at investment. That's the path of the private sector and what we can do with private sector solutions. That's the path of looking at ourselves and what we can do. And there's very little investment really in trying to support these systems.
Now, an unprecedented international effort will be made in September during the UN General Assembly to energize leaders to successfully negotiate a climate change Change Agreement and set new goals for ending extreme poverty globally. Now, listening to Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, it seems Nigeria has a game plan. Nigerians will just have to wait and see how it turns out. From Davos Cluster, Switzerland, Harriet Agbinyi reporting for Channels Television News.
Well, Harriet Agbinyi joins us now live from Davos. She's been monitoring the sessions all day, and she joins us now to tell us more about the sessions that took place today. Hi, Harriet. Apart from the climate change conference, the climate change meetings and discussions, what else did they say affects Africa as relates to climate change and poverty and so on?
Well, thank you so much, Amarachi. As you know, sessions are winding down. Tomorrow is the last day at the World Economic Forum annual meeting here in Davos, Cluster, Switzerland. Now, let's just take today. Most of the session is job creation, inclusive growth, wealth creation, as well as education resonated throughout most of the sessions. Now, we know that the finance minister participated in two of such sessions, one on climate change and how it affects growth and development, and another on how post-crisis, how we can move forward, how we can grow the economy and the rest of it. She says it's not just about talking about growth, but we have to actually put things in place to ensure that the growth is achieved. Now, there are other sessions as well where they're focused on key issues including monetary policy and how it affects the global economy. And what everybody is hoping that after all this talk, it's a time when global leaders, industry players actually have come together to brainstorm. So after all this talk, it's not just going to be talk, but they want to see action. It's all about implementing bright ideas, like they all said, but how these ideas are translated is what really matters.
Thanks a lot, Harriet, for bringing us up to speed on those sessions. We know tomorrow will be the last day, so we hope to have you back as soon as possible. Well, back here in Nigeria, the heat is turning up for the All Progressives Congress, the APC, following a directive to its lawmakers to block all executive bills. But to the Labour Party, such a decision could be interpreted to be subversive and inciting. Chairman of the party, Mr. Dan Wanya, will carpeted the APC for taking such a decision.
We condemn very strongly the extremism and fundamentalism that the APC has come to be associated with. What APC has proposed to do is a recipe for the disintegration of the Nigerian state. It is therefore a new wind that will blow no one any good. The desire and the quest of APC to win the 2015 presidential election will remain a pipe dream if there is no Nigeria for them to govern. What APC has done is equivalent to a declaration of war on the Nigerian people. This is opposition taken too far. The APC has, in unmistakable terms, declared war on the Nigerian people, and it must be resisted at all costs. For the avoidance of doubt, blocking the passage of the 2014 budget and blocking the approval of the president's nominees to command the various security services amounts to exposing innocent Nigerians to unprecedented hardship, because health services will be blocked by the APC, as well as education, infrastructural development, power supply, supply of petroleum products, payments of workers' salaries in public services, as well as compromising the internal and external security of the nation.
National Chairman of the Labour Party, Mr. Dan Wanya, was still talking about the APC. 5,000 party faithful That's what the APC lost to the PDP in Kaduna today. The members who claim they're tired of the APC all accepted the umbrella party, promising to work hard for the PDP ahead of the 2015 general elections. The members were received by the state governor, Mokhtar Yero.
The dancing and the singing are perhaps the first things that hits you in this room, and it just gives the impression that this may be another kind of carnival. But the colors of the PDP on display tell you that it's not a carnival, but a political gathering. In a way, the massive number of these supporters under this roof are eye-catching. Most of them here say they are moving from the All Progressives Congress APC to the PDP. Their plea is that they should be accepted as prodigal sons, having discovered that they took a wrong decision by leaving the PDP. Soon, members of some other parties who are also joining the PDP submit their party flags and banners as a sign of embracing the new party, the PDP. In December 2013, over 1,000 PDP members, including a former state PDP chairman, Yaro Makama, led his supporters to join the APC. The PDP may not have been happy with that, and is now doing everything possible to bring its aggrieved members back to the fold.
I weighed the whole thing and discovered no. My political aspirations, my political ideology, my political beliefs would not agree with what was being done, because it was a marriage of strange bedfellows. There I discovered the best party I could join should be the same PDP, because I had discovered that People's Democratic Party is the most peaceful party in the country.
As the 2015 fever spread in Kaduna State and even across the country, inter-party defections have become the trend, with each party trying to win supporters to their sides. But in the end, the political gladiators would need to convince the people that their eyes are not just on the seat of power for personal interest, but for the interests of the people.
Well, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has released a timetable and schedule of activities leading up to the 2015 general elections. In a statement signed today by the Secretary to the Commission, Mrs. Augusta Ogapu, INEC explained that following its 4-day retreat in Kaduna this week, it has scheduled the presidential and National Assembly elections to hold on February the 14th, 2015, while the governorship and state assembly elections will hold on February the 28th, 2015. The commission adds that the Ekiti and Osun states governorship elections are to hold on June the 21st and August the 9th this year. And in part two, after the break, Minister of Internal Affairs, Abamoro, tackles Northern leaders. And that's in a moment. Don't go away.